Early in the morning.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and wow, we are down bad right now. We are down bad. The sport is down bad right now. That performance was embarrassing, truly embarrassing, and I'm so shocked and disappointed in AJ. While I thought he would win, I also predicted this version of AJ coming out, and I'm gutted. But you know what? I thought AJ would find a way. I thought if AJ was going to dance with him, he might find a way. But he didn't. He danced with him and really danced more than I ever thought he would dance. And he didn't impose himself whatsoever. I'm embarrassed. It truly was a shocking performance. And I'm going to get into the whole analysis, yeah? Because listen, I'm a boxing fan. Like, I have a lot of boxing knowledge, boxing historian. I'm not a casual like most people. Most people are casuals. They don't actually like the sport. They just like a person. They like a fighter. Do you understand? So I don't have any bias. So I'm actually going to talk about this straight factually, yeah? Factually, what we know and things like that. So listen, let's just get straight into this video, man. Like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me, smash that subscribe button for me, and if you want to support your boys' merch, in the description below. So, first things first, yeah, let me give you some context. My prediction for the Fury Wilder 2 rematch, yeah, was spot on. Yeah, absolutely bang on. While most of the world, yeah, 90% of the world was saying, oh, Wilder's too strong, he's got, Fury's gonna have to jab and box around and dance and all this. I was saying, yeah, me and a couple other YouTubers, like boxing YouTubers, I think John Fury as well, and like maybe one or two friends, yeah, 10% of us were saying, no, Fury has to go in there and beat Wilder up. Wilder has no inside game, no back foot, no boxing skills or IQ. He's only got a right hand. He's only got one right hand. That's not even proven at the top level. Yeah, he's knocked out 45 bums. Yeah, he was 45-0 knockouts or whatever. They were all bums. Yeah, until he's actually knocked out anyone half sharp, yeah, half good, he hasn't got no power to me. Yeah, proven. Prove it. So I literally said to myself, if Fury marches him down, uses his weight, bullies him, Wilder will fold. What happened? Exactly what I said would happen, happened. Yeah? Now, this is where I have to give credit to Fury, because Fury, after the Wilder draw, he said, fuck this, I'm scrapping my trainer. He was friends with his trainer, the same trainer that got him out of all this depression that he keeps harping on about, which was his first excuse for ducking Vlad. But anyway, so Ben Davison was his friend and he had no problem firing him. That's why I give Fury credit. I don't like Fury. I think he's overrated, and most casuals love him, but they don't actually know the sport. They don't see how much he lies. They don't see how much shit he chats. But even though AJ would have lost to Fury yesterday, that AJ would have got murked by Fury, unfortunately. But I think Fury's overrated. But I'll give him credit. He got rid of his trainer, and what happened in the rematch? He murked Wilder. That's just some context. So based on that analysis here of Wilder, Fury, and my boxing knowledge in general, I thought to myself, alright, cool. There's only one option here. AJ has to march Usyk down, impose himself, be the bigger man. You're 6'6" versus a 6'3" guy. Assert yourself. Don't be on the back foot, be on the front foot. Beat Usyk up. Yeah, Usyk is slippery. Yeah, he's a fantastic boxer with huge IQ. Yeah, he is, but he's a blown up cruiserweight with no proven power. Facts. He wasn't even knocking people out in cruiserweight, let alone heavyweight. He hasn't got any knockouts in heavyweight. Only 12-round decisions. Do you understand? So AJ should double down on himself and think, Usyk ain't got no power anyway. I'm gonna guard up, chin down, and march forward. That's what he should have done. And I said, AJ will win and murk Usyk if he does that. Most boxing people with knowledge were saying the same thing. But I covered my back because I said, I tell you what though, this AJ, I don't know for this AJ anymore. This AJ likes to dance around. In the Ruiz 2 rematch, dancing around. In the Pulev fight after round 3, so round 4 to 8, dancing around. So I was having doubts. I was having doubts in my mind thinking, I don't know what AJ's gonna turn up. If AJ marches him down, he beats Usyk. If he boxes with Usyk, I don't know. But I still thought he would find a way. I still thought he would find a way to beat Usyk, even if he boxed him. I was wrong. That's where I was wrong. That's where I got the wrong prediction. And I hold my hands up for that. But the thing is about me, unlike casual fans, is I actually stand by my decision. Because casuals don't know the sport, they don't double down on themselves, they don't bet. They'll go, oh yeah, Fury will knock out AJ. Bet on it then. Nah, I don't really bet. And, oh, okay, so you don't actually know that. Whereas I don't actually know, but I know enough about the sport to believe it. Right? AJ has all the attributes to be the best heavyweight in the world by far. 6'6", pure athleticism. Yeah, speed and power. Fury ain't got that. Yeah, Wilder, too skinny, slim legs. AJ's got tree trunk legs where the power comes from. It comes from your legs. He's got big legs. He needs to be asserting himself. He didn't do that last night. Rob McCracken, his trainer, is shite. I'm sorry, he is. AJ has not improved for years. He's gone down. They're trying to make AJ a boxer, all this. It's not working. AJ, what made AJ so exciting, what made AJ the cash cow he is today, isn't just because he's good looking, isn't just because he's humble, it's because he was explosive. Do you understand? Yeah? While Fury was 8 years deep into his career and not doing anything, not getting no titles, AJ was 2 years deep into his career fighting Vlad. Yeah, inexperienced fighting Vlad, knocking Vlad out, which Fury didn't do. Fury went in there and nicked the belts from Vlad. Nicking the belts, doing all this awkward style. AJ, inexperienced, knocked Vlad out. Yeah? AJ, inexperienced, knocked out Charles Martin. Do you understand? He was knocking people out for fun. They weren't going past the fourth, sixth, third round or whatever. Now, they weren't taking it to 12 rounds. Yeah? So, let's actually get to what actually happened in the fight. AJ was pathetic. Truly, truly pathetic. He was so relaxed before the fight. You could tell on his demeanor, his body language, the build up, he was calm, he was relaxed, but he was a bit too relaxed. That's in hindsight, he was too relaxed. I don't know what he thought was, you know what, listen, let's just get into the fight. AJ threw single shots all night, from start to finish. From start to finish, he threw single shots, single jab, dancing around a bit, a couple feints, getting clipped, boom, boom, getting clipped, boom, single shots, boom, boom, single shots. Didn't double up the jab once. Yeah? Go back and watch the Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker fight. That there was prime AJ. Like this boxing version of AJ. Prime. He was spearing the jab in. He wasn't doing all this light kind of laboured jab. He was spearing it in. Proper spearing it in, digging it in. He was doubling it up. Right hand followed. Do you understand? He was in and out, gauging his distance, double up. He was pressuring Joseph Parker. So that's the thing about, again, I'm a purist, yeah? I don't just watch, again with casuals, only fights casuals watch are the big fights. AJ versus whoever, once, they'll watch it once. Yeah, Wilder versus Fury, once. I go back and watch the fights. I've watched the AJ versus Joseph Parker fight multiple times. He was spearing that jab in, spearing it in. There was none of that last night, none of it. It's embarrassing. Listen, yeah, not only was he labouring his jab and just this sloppy jab, sloppy right hand, kind of dancing around the place, he didn't exchange with Usyk. This is what I'm saying. AJ knocks out anyone in the heavyweight division on the inside. Yeah? They don't want problems with AJ on the inside. AJ's got a ruthless uppercut and a devilish hook. Did you see that last night? I didn't see it once. It was shocking. It was truly, truly shocking. I did not see him exchange on the inside. I did not see him I think he threw one uppercut in 12 rounds, and I didn't see him throw one hook. How did he knock down Ruiz in the first fight? Yeah? Uppercut, left hook. That combo, that exact combo. He went bang, bang, watch it back. Inside, knocked him down. That's how he knocked down Ruiz. That was the first time Ruiz had been knocked down in his career at the time, before AJ lost that fight. How did he knock out White? Uppercut on the inside. How did he knock out Vlad? He uppercutted him, started the flurry of punches, and then knocked him out. How did he knock out Charles Martin? Slip right, counter. Yeah? Slip right, counter. I reeled off 4 examples off the top of my head, right there, of how he's got devilish inside game. Fury, average inside game. Wilder, no inside game. So how are you letting a blown up cruiserweight in Usyk bully you on the inside? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was screaming at my TV. I could not believe what I was watching. Usyk, yeah? Usyk from the first 10 seconds asserted himself. Because he's southpaw, he launched a straight right hand straight down the pipe. And he asserted himself from the jump. And that's what I rate about Usyk. He came in with a game plan and asserted himself. What game plan did AJ come in with? There's not one point in that fight where you can say he was implementing tactics there, and yeah, what Rob McCracken and what AJ had been talking about, yeah, that was great. Rob McCracken, once again, he's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's literally like the United manager. Shit, meaty tactics. Every fight, go on AJ, stay behind the jab. Go on, just move a little bit, stick behind the jab. What advice is that? So you can see I'm getting irate. It's pathetic. AJ is an athlete. Trained correctly, trained properly, AJ beats everyone. He has not been trained correctly. And I'm not just going to blame the trainer, I blame AJ. AJ didn't demonstrate any boxing IQ in there last night. Not one bit of IQ. Because he would have clocked from the jump that the slip right was open. He had success with it a little bit here and there. Usyk kept feinting, doing the little tricky feints. Obviously, he's southpaw, so doing the feints, jab. He's kind of quick in and out, jab. AJ found a little bit of success with when he slipped right and countered over the top with an 8. It slipped right and over the hand. He found a little bit of success there. If AJ's IQ was on point, he would have clocked. There was openings there. All night there was openings there. Even when Usyk came in, there was openings, but he didn't capitalise. AJ, I've concluded now, AJ doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't. And see, again, I'm not a casual, I'm a boxing purist. I know about the sport. I watch all the interviews, not just AJ, every mad person's interviews, the trainers' interviews. I know about trainers, I know about the governing bodies, I know about VADA. Like, I know I'm a proper boxing fan, yeah? So if we cast our minds back to after the AJ fight with Vlad, which I saw live, by the way, I saw AJ live in Wembley, 100,000 people, my own eyes. I've also seen Lomachenko versus Campbell live in '02, so I'm a proper fan. If we cast our minds back to after the AJ fight against Vlad, he came out and said something that I should have picked up on sooner. Not sooner, but I should have read into it more. He came out and said he didn't really want to get hit much more in the face. Yeah, he was inexperienced at that time, but he came out and pretty much said, that was a tough fight, my toughest fight. I need to start training. I don't really want to get hit as much, blah, blah, blah. And for me, that was an amber flag, but it should have been a red flag, because that was the turning point in which AJ kind of changed his boxing style. Okay, it was after the Vlad victory where we started seeing a different AJ. Okay, where he started boxing more against Joseph Parker. This kind of low lead hand against Ruiz, low lead hand, not boxing like this, low lead hand against Ruiz, all lazy and stuff. Boxing around with Pulev, not going in there and marching him down and beating him up like he was back in the day. There's proven it. This is what I'm saying. People acting like, AJ can't do that. He did that. This is what made him so excited. AJ used to do that all for fun. He used to march people down and bully them. Yeah, bulldoze them. He doesn't do that no more. So I should have picked up on that, yeah, and thought to myself, that is a red flag. And his training has reflected that. He needs to get rid of his trainer. He's got to get rid of his trainer. Rob McCracken ain't it no more. Even the biggest fighters in the world don't stick with one trainer through that the whole career. So AJ, do better. Seriously, I'm a big fan. But ultimately, I'm a big fan of the sport first, because I wanted to see AJ versus Fury for the sport. I wanted to see AJ versus Wilder for the sport. And I didn't want AJ to just go in there and maul them. Well, I did, because I don't like Wilder and Fury. But I wanted Fury to be the best version of himself. I wanted Wilder to be the best version of himself. AJ to be the best version of himself. So we can see who's really the best. Because I'm a fan of the sport. I don't just beg AJ or beg Fury like all these casuals do. I'm a fan of the sport first. Yeah? And as a fan of the sport, I've been very let down today. Fully let down. Fury ain't all that. And Fury would have munched AJ alive last night. He would have eaten him alive. Yeah, Fury, he's slippery, he's awkward, he feints a lot, he's got a decent jab, but he's got no power. Fury's got no power and no inside game. So that's what I'm saying. AJ trained correctly, he would maul Fury. But, like that famous meme said, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike. And that's what it comes down to now. It's no longer about ifs and buts and maybes. It comes down to the raw facts. And AJ, his performances have been leaning this way for a long time. Too dancey, too soft. Doesn't back himself, doesn't believe himself to go in there and take a few shots, because that's what happens. That's what happens when you're an inside fighting machine. You should spear the jab in, you should double up the jab, spear it in, come spear the jab in, follow up with a right hand uppercut, and yeah, you might take a jab in, yeah, you might get clipped, but it doesn't matter because Usyk ain't got no power anyway. So you should double down on yourself, back yourself, march him down, take a few bangs, but then assert yourself. Yeah? Right hand, uppercut, left. He showed none of that. He demonstrated none of that. And it was truly, truly shocking. And AJ now, if AJ sticks with Rob McCracken for the rematch, for the Usyk rematch, I'm betting against him. And he will never go down as one of the greatest that he should do. But he won't. He won't. If he stays with Rob McCracken, he's done. But then again, doesn't matter, because he's made hundreds of millions of pounds, happy days, and he's rich. And AJ still has the best resume in the heavyweight division. Facts. Fury has no resume. Wilder has no resume. Yeah? Fury, to be fair to Fury, Fury's got a better resume than Wilder. He beat Chisora twice, even though Chisora's he's a glorified journeyman. He beat Wilder, who again ain't that good. He ain't all that as well. He's got a right hand, no boxing talent or eye whatsoever, no boxing IQ, just a right hand. Yeah, no foot movement, no real head movement. Overrated. Yeah, but he beat Wilder. Okay, I'll give him credit for that. But he's got bums, Wallin and Schwartz and all this, and Panini and all these Areola, whoever, all these random ass people no one knows. But yet people will suck Fury's ass. But won't call him out for lying about, oh, Fury, do you remember when you said you would give all your Wilder purse to charity? What happened with that? No one calls him out. Oh, Fury, you said you contracted COVID, but then there's pictures of you in Vegas casino with mask off and buying cars within 2 days, and then you had to come out and say that you didn't have COVID. Why did you lie about that? See, no one calls him out on that. Whereas AJ fights people back to back to back, unified the division, which Wilder and Fury didn't do, defended these belts, which Fury has never done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all facts, but people ride his ass. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But either way, if that AJ fights Fury, yeah, AJ will get murked. Absolutely murked. AJ trained correctly, mauls Fury, mauls Wilder, mauls the heavyweight division. But that's it. It's all about ifs and buts now, because AJ was truly embarrassing last night. Really, really embarrassing. And he should come out and apologise to the fans for that performance. Shocking performance. Didn't assert himself whatsoever. Let a little man bullied him. He even got backed up. When Usyk started putting the pressure on, he got backed up. He even got backed up to the ropes. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Big athlete like AJ getting backed up to the ropes by a little man. Shocking. Dylan White said it best. I'm going to end on this. Dylan White said it best. Dylan White was frustrated as well. Dylan White said he was so just tentative and no ambition. Dylan White came out and said, no matter what happens, if I get in the ring with Usyk, I will either go out on my back or I'm going out fighting. I will not go out losing a 12-round decision like that. And that's what I rate about White. Because we've seen White get sparked out, as in sent to Asgard. AJ, while AJ's lost twice, he's never been sent to Asgard. He's never been sparked out, where his eyes are rolled back. Yeah, he's a bit stumbly against Ruiz, but he's never been out. So we know, White can get sparked out. And he's still got the heart to go in there and put his chin on the line and put his heart on the line. AJ ain't done that. So I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. I'm a boxing fan first, so congratulations to Usyk. Big up him. I want to see Usyk fight Fury now. Why not? But anyway, it's a proper long video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.